What's going on, everyone? So this is my third SEC team I'm doing a schedule prediction for the 2022 season, and it's the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yes, even though it bothers me that I have to talk about them, I still have to do it. But so look, Alabama's going to be returning a lot of key players, a lot of really good players, and they're going to have a really good season. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. They bring back their Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young, at quarterback. They also add a couple of players from the transfer portal. Jermaine Burton, a former Georgia Bulldog, he comes over. He's projected on the depth chart as a starter. They still have Ja'Cory Brooks, JoJo Earl. Those are the receivers, so they're going to be really good at the wide receiver position. And they also added Tyler Harrell, so he's also a transfer. So, Alabama just reloaded. But they also got a stud running back, Jahmyr Gibbs from Georgia Tech. In the transfer portal, I think he was a 5-star transfer. And, in the spring game, he looked really good. He's going to be a speedster. Alabama's going to be good on offense, but, man, they're going to be stout on defense. They bring back, arguably, the best player in college football. Yes, I know they have Bryce Young. Will Anderson is the best player in college football. He could have came out his true sophomore year and been the first overall pick. I believe so. He's just that good. So they bring him back. They still have Toa at the linebacker position. They bring back Jordan Battle, Kyrie Jackson. Listen, they're going to be stout on the defensive side. So this is why it pains me to look at Alabama's schedule. And their first week matchup, they play Utah State. They're probably going to beat them like 50-0. So Alabama's going to start the season off 1-0. Now the following week, Alabama's schedule gets a little tougher. They play the Texas Longhorns. Now, it's an away game for Alabama. But listen, there's two things that I hate hearing in college football. It's Roll Tide and Texas is back. I'm sorry. They've been saying that for the past decade. They're not back. So to me, Alabama's going to beat Texas. I don't think it's going to be by a landslide, but it's going to be double digits in my opinion. And right now, it's still a daytime game. I don't think it's a night game. If it was a night game, it would be tougher. But I think a lot of people are trying to push for that game being a night game. But we'll have to see. But in my opinion, I don't think it matters night or day. It may be tougher for Alabama at night. But Alabama's still going to beat Texas. So they'll start the season 2-0. And then the following week, they play Louisiana Monroe. I don't think I have to talk too much about that one. Alabama's going to beat them as well. And then the following week, they play a team like Louisiana Monroe again. Alabama plays Vanderbilt. Listen, Alabama's going to beat them. Everyone knows that. So Vanderbilt, they go down. So Alabama will start the season 4-0. And then Alabama plays the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now this is an away game for Alabama. Look, I feel bad for Arkansas after looking at a lot of these SEC teams. Arkansas probably has the hardest and toughest schedule out of any SEC team, in my opinion. But Alabama goes on the road and gets the victory over Arkansas. But now this is why I've kind of rushed this schedule, because I wanted to get to the big day, October 8th. I've circled it. Everyone has. Texas A&M versus Alabama. Everyone knows what's going on with Jimbo Fisher, Nick Saban. Look, this is going to be a tough game for Alabama, but it's in Tuscaloosa. Now, and I believe that stadium is going to be rocking for Alabama. I believe Texas A&M is going to put up a good fight. I really do. Remember, Texas A&M beat Alabama last year by a field goal, but hey, they got the job done. But I believe this year Alabama wins a close one against Texas A&M, Bryce Young and them, and then the Alabama defense is just, I think it's going to be too much for Texas A&M this year. Now we'll see about years to come when Texas A&M, with all those 5-star players they got, when they start building that up, we'll see what they can do in the next coming years. But this year, I believe Alabama gets a victory over Texas A&M. Now, after October 8th, after Alabama's win over Texas A&M, Alabama goes on the road and plays Tennessee. Tennessee is going to be a tricky SEC team this year, but I still believe Alabama gets the job done against Tennessee, even though it's on the road. I believe they take care of the Volunteers. So that will make Alabama's record 7-0 when they play Mississippi State, and that record is going to be 8-0 because Mississippi State, listen, they're going to try to throw the ball all over the place. They're not going to, I mean, they may still get some yards, but Alabama's going to beat them by double digits. Mike Leach, he likes to throw that ball all around, but with Alabama's defense and who they got coming back, I don't think they're going to have a problem with Mississippi State. Now, after Mississippi State, Alabama gets a bye week, and then they go on the road to LSU. LSU is another one of those tricky teams, but you still don't know really their quarterback position and how Brian Kelly's going to fare in the SEC coming over from Notre Dame. I believe Alabama gets the victory over LSU. Now, after Alabama plays LSU, they go on the road and play Ole Miss. Now, Ole Miss, oh man, what about Ole Miss? Lane Kiffin. That's all you got to say. Lane Kiffin is, he's a jerk, and he knows it. But to me, I get a kick out of it. It's great entertainment. He knows it is. Ole Miss adores him. They love him over there. And, he knows, he's an a-hole. And he likes that. He likes that persona. But hopefully he has more than popcorn ready in this game. Hopefully he has a great game plan, because his last game plan against Alabama didn't work out very well. Maybe sometimes it's not a bad idea to go ahead and punt on fourth down. You don't always have to go for it on fourth down, Lane Kiffin. But in this game, Alabama will get the victory, but it's going to be a close game. Ole Miss does add a transfer quarterback, Jackson Dart, over from USC. So how he will do with Ole Miss is still up in the air, but Ole Miss is still going to be a good team and somebody to look out for in the SEC. They're going to be up there, probably the top 5 of the SEC teams, but Alabama's still going to get the victory over Ole Miss. And then after Ole Miss, Alabama plays Austin Peay. I'm not going to talk too much about that. Alabama's going to beat them. And then Alabama plays Auburn. It's in Tuscaloosa. Listen, I'm going to give a prediction on this, but with rivalry games, you can throw every prediction, everything out the window. Auburn can be 6-6. Alabama can be 11-0 coming into this game. It does not matter. This is going to be a tough game every year. It always is. Just like last year, Auburn put up a huge fight. Alabama did get the victory, but Alabama's going to get the victory over Auburn. But with this schedule for Alabama, I think they're going to go 12-0. I think they're going to have maybe a couple of close calls throughout the season, but just what they've brought back. They have their Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. They still have a lot of their offensive weapons coming back. They still have a great defense and a lot of seniors on defense, and they bring back some key players. It's just, I think with all that coming back and all that experience, I think it's going to make Alabama a really tough team to beat for this 2022 season. But hey, let me know in the comments what you think about this, and let me know the next team I should do. This is my third SEC team that I've done a schedule prediction for. But let me know in the comments what you think. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.